My name is Timothy Andrew Jackson Jr. I'm the son of Jackie Jackson and the late Timothy Jackson of Holdenville. My maternal grandparents are Sue Crowder, the late Sue Crowder of Tulsa, and the late Jackson Narcomey of OK. My paternal grandparents are the late Shirley Benham-Bruner of Holdenville, and my grandfather, Kenneth Dale Jackson, out of Porter. I belong to the Mvskoke tribal town, and I'm a member of the Bird Clan. So we are a commercial construction company. We specialize in general contracting, metal framing, drywall, painting. Started the business as a paint contractor. So we offer our services on the commercial realm, which would be prime contracting with a nation or with a private entity, whether that be a bank or a public entity like a school or a courthouse. And so with what we normally provide, we don't offer services to an individual unless it is a formalized contract with a legitimate schedule of values and a breakdown of the idea that becomes the scope of work. We have our own employees. Some are Krieg, some are Cherokee, some are Choctaw. Some of the current projects that we've just recently completed are mainly at Council Oak, on the Krieg side of the business. And at Council Oak, we remodeled the second floor. They were more like guest rooms, and we completely gutted it and rebuilt it to make a hospice unit. So now, once the project formally hands over, after all the health side takes care of their administration side of the business of that particular project, the citizens will actually be able to enjoy hospice units where they also have visitors rooms and a viewing window. So when the patients are there, they can sleep next door without having to try and find somewhere else to stay and be with their loved ones in those last moments. And we've done some remodels for the pharmacy there at Council Oak, and third floor, we remodeled all the third floor rooms for the doctors and the nurses and those people that stay there to continue their services. We just recently completed the phase 1 project at Council Oak, which was a storage building with the pharmacy expansion portion, so they can start providing cold storage for the more, a better environment for their medicines. And outside of that, we have a lot of our work is schools, interior remodels, exterior repaints. We're currently doing work at the Hard Rock Casino. We're remodeling its hotel tower right now on the 13th story. We just broke ground on a new Cherokee Nation Head Start project in Jay, Oklahoma. We were recently awarded the paint and drywall finishing scope of work on the Citizens Services building down there in Okmulgee. Candor is the construction manager on the project, and we bid the job and we were awarded that side. So that particular scope of work isn't scheduled to start until I believe it's next summer. But 90 days beforehand, we'll go down there, start contacting CISO and say, hey, we need people who have paint experience, who have the drywall finishing experience, or if they want to learn, we'll teach them. Because I'm all about, that's the purpose of it. Mm-hmm. It's to provide the opportunity. And so provide the career path and all those things. So it's, those opportunities are around all the time. I have people come in and complete applications daily. And now it's just a matter of sieving through, who fits best with our culture. End of the day, we're a small company. One day we'll be a $100 million company, but it'll still have that small mom and pop shop feeling. It has to, because that's just how natives are. So when I started construction, I kind of feel as if, I was always really handy with my hands and was never afraid to get dirty. I happened to be working for an oil guy down in Texas. I said, Mom, come pick me up. I need to go back. I have an interview. So mom drives all the way down to, Midland, Texas to pick me up to bring me back to Seminole. And, she was like, you have to go to school for construction management, because I was working for that oil guy trying to make money to pay off my school debt to get back in college, because ran out of financial aid. I didn't take school serious that freshman year and lost a lot of my financial aid and scholarship monies, and had to start over, learn the hard way, But on the drive back up from Midland is when mom was like, if you go back to school, you should really consider construction management. You can get a job anywhere. That is the future, with all the casino monies at that time really starting to boom in 2007, 2008, 2009. She was like, you can be the future of the industry. And so I listened to her.
Good advice.
Great advice. So I ended up, long story short, my wife and I and our children, we were living in Stillwater, and that's where I received my bachelor's in engineering technology and construction management. My construction experience has always kind of been remedial at best, not so much management, but the labor side. I would always help out with building arbors at the churches and doing whatever I had to, one, to get the bills paid, in the beginning. And then as I learned more about the professional side of the industry is when I was really, this is my future. And so the name was created this way because my grandfather didn't have any sons. So his name died when my mother married a Jackson from Holdenville, and my Aunt Gloria married a non-Indian man out of Tulsa. So, the name didn't pass on from his side. And he was a big, always in my corner when I was in school. And like I said, I mentioned I had to pay off my debt to get my transcript to transfer to O State, and I was like maybe $1,400 short, and I just said, well, I'm going to ask my grandfather. And my grandfather said, Grandpa Narcomey just looked at me and said, I'll give you the money to help you pay your school, but you better do everything in your power to be the best that the market has, because this money is not for nothing. And so I still remember that conversation with him, and feeling the fire, so to speak. But he's been gone now for about 12 years, and so that's why we have his artwork up, and I still see him everywhere I look. So chase your dreams, don't ever give up. People will say that, oh, Tim's a winner. No, I'm a loser that never gave up. And that's what it boils down to.